For today's Sober Secret, it's not really a secret, it's more of a question, and it is a deep one. Are you living a life worthy of your calling? Man, I remember in my men's group when this first came out and this question was asked to all of us. And we spent a year literally going over, from a biblical aspect, but a year going over of what does that look like to live a life worthy of a calling. There's something sobering, yet fantastic and beautiful, yet scary as hell when we allow the space to ask and answer these types of in-depth questions. So for today's Sober Secret, it's more of a challenge to take some time, go in nature, grab a journal and a pen, go to the beach, somewhere where it just kind of feels good, and ask yourself this question. Write it down at the top. Am I living a life worthy of a calling? And if the answer is yes, fantastic. Let the pen flow of what you're doing, where it's coming from, your source of energy, inspiration, motivation, love, all that stuff, and just let it go. If the answer is no, well, that's okay. Then the follow-up question is, what would it take for me to live a life worthy of a calling? See, so many times we tend to focus on, well, why not? And our brain starts to answer why not. Well, because I'm doing this and this and that. And that's not necessarily negative or bad. But what we're doing is we're looking through this series about retraining the brain, having a complete different neural connection throughout our thought process, that we look for a solution. When we see a problem, we say, oh, okay, what's great about this? Or what can I learn from this? Or why is this feedback so valuable? So if you're not living a life worthy of your calling yet, that's okay. Let's look over here and say, well, why not? And if your brain still goes to the negative, well, that's okay. We'll pull each one to the positive. So if it says, well, because I can't even do anything, well, let's look at some things that I want to start doing better. Oh gosh, you know what? I'd like to communicate more with my loved one, my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, my husband, wife. I definitely want to engage in a closer relationship with them. Fantastic. What does that look like? Well, maybe first thing in the morning, I let them know how much I appreciate them, how much I care about them. I leave them a note or I send them a video that I'm thinking about them. I appreciate them, I love them, respect them. You can see how, when I allow the space, and again, it doesn't have to be an all-day thing, just look for 30 minutes and get in silence, get in nature, connect with God, and just let that start pouring through. And there's a reason why it's an exercise, because the first time you go through it, it's heavy and difficult. But then guess what? When you do it again a week or two later, okay, and again, now we start getting the real answers. For some reason, it takes like 7 to 10 cycles going through it until we get to the real good stuff. So that's today's Sober Secret, but more of a challenge. As I challenge you to sit down, create the space, invest in yourself, and write down, am I living a life worthy of a calling? And if yes, all the things that you feel alive in that calling. And if not, go ahead and write down what you would need, who you would need to become, what you would have to tackle in order to do that. And I promise you, friend, once you start residing from this space, holy cow, life gets so juicy in such a wonderful way. And that is my hope for you. That's today's Sober Secret.
Click like below, share with 2 people who you know need to hear this right now, and leave a comment with the next topic you want to see in Sober Secret.